education.
Yeah.
A Fort Worth hospital took a pregnant, brain-dead woman off of life support yesterday. You may have heard something about this story. There have been many voices and many headlines in the recent weeks. The family did not want the woman, Marlise Munoz, to be kept alive, and on Friday a judge agreed. Munoz was pregnant, but the judge said that the state law preventing doctors from withdrawing life support did not apply in this case because she was brain dead and therefore legally dead. But what about the life of the baby? That became the debate, the focus of the debate. An attorney said had said previously that a substantial lack of oxygen had caused serious health issues for the baby. So, John, Midge, horrible and difficult on so many levels, but should this ultimately be a private matter or a matter of public law?
Well, first of all, I think we have to say that it was a tragedy for this family, for this young, viable mother who also said, not just the family, but she also said that she never wanted to be kept alive on life support.
And she made that clear long before this incident.
Exactly.
And an even bigger tragedy is that this goes public, and now it's being debated from here to,
it's political, it's medical, it's ethical, it's moral issues. So I guess we can argue about that, but it just seems so harsh talking about this when this family is suffering like that.
Jacqueline Floyd has an article, an op-ed piece about this, which I believe was published today. She says that, quote, this was private family business. It wasn't hospital business or legislative business or the business of a million strangers, including us, bursting to share their personal opinions on conception, abortion, religion, politics, or death.
Well, the hospital says its contention was that it was following the law, that they had to protect the life of the unborn child by putting the woman on life support. But life is the wrong word. She was not alive. And that to have a healthy baby, you have to have a healthy uterus. Incubation system, and the woman was
compromised.
dead.
Was dead.
Yes, and the poor fellow, when he would, Eric Munoz, when he would talk about, he went in to see her, and her body would crack, and she didn't smell the same way that he knew. You know your
she
wife
knew she was
smelled.
dead.
Yeah, she was dead.
Well, and
it's just so sad.
And don't bless those people, damn those people who took this public. Because this puts it into an arena where it should never have gone.
To promote a political agenda.
Exactly.
Because it becomes political.
Never been there. And you know, you almost, I don't feel sorry for her, but you have to wonder about the wisdom of the lawyers who wrote this law, why they never took into account the fact a woman might be pregnant with a child in this situation. The guy who wrote it, drafted the law, says, that never came up. How did that never come up, bozo?
Well, you know, it never came up before, I guess, because this never happened before. And this will be a precedent-setting case, don't you think? Because a new law has to be written about this, yes.
To John's point, Jacqueline Floyd also says this. The reality is that this was someone else's family. This was a dead woman containing a compromised and non-viable fetus. A tragedy entitling the family to support and compassion regardless of their private medical decisions.
And it went on for weeks. When she had that
it's not over
embolism,
yet.
when she had that embolism, the fetus was 14 weeks old, and it was nearing 24 weeks, at which time a fetus can be viable outside the womb.
So
but
could you see some benefit, I hate to say even good, but some benefit coming from this in that the next similar case, God forbid, will be handled differently or more appropriately?
Oh, I think it will be handled differently, absolutely.
Not until the law is rewritten. Because the law they're using is codified, it's in force, and it's being followed.
But now there's a countersuit. The Munoz family has filed suit.
Well, what a pity that the
family had to do that.
The widower has to file a suit.
Right.
I was always surprised in this that the hospital didn't take the
high road.
And say, this is not going to work. This fetus is not viable. This woman is, in fact, brain dead, which means dead. And she's decomposing as we speak. I'm surprised that they didn't seek a judge or seek some kind of answer to this problem instead of letting it go on and on and on in the public domain.
Well, everyone is afraid of lawsuits. It's a litigious society.
And you got the HIPAA law. The HIPAA law, the hospital couldn't even discuss her condition with the husband part of the time because the woman couldn't grant permission for that. I've been through that fairly recently myself. The hospital can't discuss my dead wife's condition with me. She's been dead for 8 months. I'm sorry to put it that way for people, but this is ridiculous that the laws have been drafted to to where nobody can make decisions anymore without two legal teams, one on each side, getting involved in it and hammering it out in a courtroom somewhere.
Yeah.
That's not the way life ought to be.
Just civil behavior has been cast aside.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate, and it's horrible. You know, our hearts and thoughts go out to the family.
It was not just a political issue.
It never was.
It was a,
Never should have been.
human issue, and
Yeah.
it should have been
Never
treated
should have
that
been.
way.
Okay.
But
All
never
right.
will be again now.
I hope not.
It's
Well,
because that cat's out of the bag.
The only thing we can hope for is that something will be changed in light of this case. And
Yeah.
so, state legislature,
Are you
you're on the
listening?
line. You've heard from us now. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can please join our conversation if you would. Go to the Texas Daily Facebook page or tweet us at the Texas Daily or email your comments to ktxdtv.com. The cake still smells great.